Mabuhay Manila, this is OM. And on today's video, we got a package from ThunderRobot. It is the Iger E1 laptop wherein we will unbox and talk about its features and even its limitations. And yes, it's quite a slim and sleek laptop that can be used for gaming. The first thing that got my attention was in the box. It seems like their packaging is really strong with a white finish and the print of the Iger looks clean and expensive. Fresh from the box, we have the Iger E1 unit, the laptop charger with surprisingly 2 power cables, and lastly, the manuals that nobody reads. Kidding aside, let's talk about the notebook's shell. The first impression is it looks attractive with a grayish silver finish. It doesn't have an aggressive texture but with a very ergonomic design. Again, we were surprised by its slimness. The Iger logo at the bottom part of the screen looks decently placed. Going to the keyboard, its key travel looks decent, but our only qualm about it is that it slightly bends every time we hit the keys. Looking at the bright side, the responsiveness of the keyboard is good, and the font on the keyboard looks effective even when typing at night. Moving on to the interface, on the left side, it has 2 USB 2.0 Type A, one 3.5mm audio port, one RJ45, and even has a micro SD card reader. And on the right side of the chassis, it has one USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type C, one HDMI, one USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type A, and the DC power socket. We really like the build design of the notebook because it feels solid on the table when it is folded. The materials used on the chassis is a mix of aluminum and plastic, and both feels accommodating to our hands. Opening the laptop, you can see its thin bezels on top and on the sides. The 720p webcam produces decent image that is still a standard in most laptops these days. I'm quite shocked because it's a big notebook with a 15.6 inches screen with 1920 by 1080 Full HD resolution plus IPS panel that has an 83% screen to body ratio. Overall, the screen has average max brightness while the colors are accurate with good viewing angles. So now, let's talk about the specs and what ThunderRobot has to offer on this notebook and why does it cost less than we expected. Moving aside, it is powered by an Intel Core i5-10210U at 1.60 GHz processor paired with an 8GB of RAM and built-in Intel UHD graphics that fare well in our modest gaming test. Surprisingly, the 10th gen processor still handles multiple apps and tabs smoothly. We just wish that the ThunderRobot will offer an 11th gen model or perhaps with a 12th gen one in the near future. The storage is plenty with 512GB of NVMe SSD. For those who don't know, NVMe stands for Non-Volatile Memory Express. It is the fastest SSD on the market today, so turning it on and off will not be an issue here. In addition to that, it has a pre-installed genuine Windows 10 Pro, so you don't have to worry about the operating system. We tried some of the games we usually play here in the office, and to be fair, the notebook speaks for its price point. We tested Valorant on the notebook and it got around 40 to 58 FPS and it barely scratches the 60 FPS mark on all low settings. It is somehow borderline decent to tolerable. Moving on, we tried different genres, so we played Dota 2 on all low settings and it gave us around 40 to 60 FPS, wherein the laptop sweet spot for games are MOBA genre, which are Dota 2, League of Legends, Heroes of the Storm, and many more. Just remember that this notebook is great for office work and online classes, especially since it is powered by an Intel i5 and 512GB of NVMe SSD, which are the fighting points of this product, and it may allow you to use it for gaming and editing, but it may limit your graphic settings when playing. Now to wrap things up, we liked almost everything about the Iger E1, especially its build and specs. But our only worry is that it gets a little hot when throwing hefty tasks on the CPU-intensive apps. It dissipates well when you put it on the table, but it is quite uncomfortable when you put it on your lap. Anyhow, it's not a deal breaker given it still manages the heat well as long as it is placed on a flat surface. So overall, this notebook is quite impressive given it only retails for only 39,999 pesos, where most of its competitors are more expensive. We can say it's worth it if you're looking for an all-around notebook with performance for work or school. ThunderRobot is a new brand in the Philippines and they currently expanding both to online and physical stores, so warranty and service repair is not an issue. You can check on where to buy the Iger E1 down below for a list of stores aside from Shopee and Lazada. That's it for our video. Let us know your thoughts about the device. Thank you guys for watching and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell for the latest news updates. Also, don't forget to visit manilshaker.com for more tech news, reviews, and comparison of the latest device. Once again, this is OM and mabuhay, Manila.